Hey everyone, Cherry here. Welcome back to another episode of my Project Ian's Garden Let's Play. Today we will be starting with the investigation. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Wolfgang. Whoever did this is so crazy. But yeah, let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. Okay. Ugh. What do I want to investigate first? I feel like I want to investigate his body first. Okay. Oh. Never mind then. Never mind. Damon has other plans. Okay, let's see. Oh, blood. Definitely gotta check that. Pink blood, pink blood. There was blood speckled across the floor. I didn't notice it at first due to the room's restricted lighting, but now after my eyes had time to adjust, it couldn't be more obvious. Looks like it passes into the hallway too. I'd completely missed these during the blackout. Speaking of, after the body discovery announcement, everyone barged into the boiler room through this door. Yet these blood spots don't look smudged. Huh, I'm guessing they were already dry by the time any of us got here. In which case, could this be Wolfgang's blood? Alright. I wonder. I mean, it could be his blood, but I don't know. What's... Sharpnel? Oh. Chunks of something red were floating nearby the generator. It almost looked like metal or maybe plastic? Were these originally part of the generator? The colors and material don't seem to match though. Oh, shrapnel. Shrapnel, has been, yeah. I'm not gonna say that. Half of the generator's internals had melted away, and what still remained was almost completely singed? I don't know. Yeah, this was definitely the cause of the power outage. What could have melted with the wires, though? It looked like a bomb had gone off in there. Now that I think about it, during the game tournament. Taking a deep breath, I steadied my grip on the controller and pushed both joysticks as hard as I could. Kaboom! Huh? All of a sudden, the world around me turned pitch black. It must have been when that happened. There had been a loud boom right before the blackout happened, similar to a firework going off or someone firing a gun. Did I overhear the sound of the generator being destroyed? Nothing else near the dining hall could have made that kind of noise, I don't think. If my assumption is correct, the generator would have been destroyed around the same time the murder was committed. That's suspicious as hell. There's no way the two events are connected. Aren't. Did he say aren't? I don't know. But I'm also working purely off my memory of the boom. To be absolutely sure, I need to know when exactly the blackout occurred. Was there any way for me to find that out? Where's that one setting? Is it this? Oh, okay. What have I not checked? The cord. Okay. That setting is so helpful. Eh? There's a cord in the water? Judging by the length, I think it's an extension cord. But what the hell happened to the other end of it? There was no internal plug, just a frayed tip lined with black substance. Oy. Had the cord been burnt? That's definitely gonna send a shock. I didn't see this cord in the boiler room earlier, so it probably came from someplace else. One of the storage rooms, maybe? It wasn't always in this condition, that's for sure. All the items we've been provided so far, light bulbs, speakers, a fridge, they worked perfectly well. So what happened to this cord, and why was it even in the water? Alright. See what else there is. Did we already check, like, the actual generator? There had been a loud boom right before the blackout happened. Did I overhear the sound of this generator being destroyed? If so, the generator might have been destroyed around the same time the murder was committed. Let's see. We checked that. I do want to go in order of, like, the different, like, you know, sections. That way it's easier for me to know what I've checked and what I have not checked. I don't plan to talk to everyone until after I've gotten the little things, though. Yeah, like, this was, like, the first thing I saw other than the body in the body discovery, so I would assume it probably might be definitely part of the murder. A taser gun? Pretty random thing to be lying around a crime scene. Definitely wasn't in the boiler room prior to the murder either. Did that mean the taser gun was involved in the murder? On closer inspection, nothing about the gun looked particularly strange. Ugh, such a fast talker. Had it even been used? I'm pretty sure taser guns dispense some kind of wire when fired. Nearby were some yellow pieces of plastic on the floor. They were the same shade of yellow as the taser gun. Had these originally been attached to it? I can't tell where they would fit on the gun, though. Never mind. What's the point of making guesses when I can just get him to confirm? Him? After all, someone who's a pro at wielding Oh. What's his name, Desmond? Should know them better than anyone else. Alright. We'll have to find Desmond another time, or ask him during the trial whenever we see him. That isn't anything. Is there anything else on the ground? Or is it just, everyone? Okay, I guess we'll just talk to, everyone here now. Oops. Trying to remember how to get out of this. Okay, we'll talk to Jean first.
Aye.
Okay. Oi, take a whiff of the air. Ain't there something off about it? I followed his instructions and sniffed the air.
That's...
Smells like burnt rubber?
that ain't it.
Because of the busted generator, yeah. But that's not what I'm talking about. There's another scent, a real bitter one. You might actually be onto something. It's almost like cereal and rubbing alcohol?
Bad news.
Oh, indeed. I'm suspecting a mighty chemical reaction at work. Oh. True. Because rubbing alcohol could cause something. If you... Well, I don't know. Well, I mean, ugh. What is it? Isn't it flammable or something? I think. Or was that something else? I have no clue. Eh? I've had my fair share of travels across the sea, and I'm no stranger to foul play. There's no stench worse than one of a disastrous combustion.
It is how it is.
Thing is, I got no idea where it's coming from. Really? The smell is supposedly that of a chemical reaction? Where else could it be coming from besides the busted generator? Unless Jean's conclusion about the smell is wrong? I wouldn't put it past him. Okay. Interesting. Okay. What about you, Ulysses?
Terrible.
Oh. The generator over there is partially submerged in the water. I think it would be wise to stay on this platform. Was he worried about the water being electrified? Even I managed to stand in it way back when. I don't see why now would be any different. Well, you should try it first. And again, the generator wasn't damaged last time. Yeah, I don't know if it would be wise to go in there. Yeah, since Wolfgang is kneeling in the water, we should avoid touching him.
No.
You don't know for sure if the water's unsafe.
Huh?
Listen to me.
Before you start making conclusions, you should experiment first.
She's gonna do it again? Yeah. Saying that, Eva walked over to a pile of boxes and pulled out a light bulb. Just like she did in the first episode. Oh, I see what you're doing. Sure enough, Eva went straight to the edge of the platform and threw the light bulb into the water.
Look.
See, it's not lighting up. That means the water is safe.
Well, I
see. But then, I suppose it's safe to inspect Wolfgang.
Okay.
Are you going to? I think I will observe from afar instead. Now isn't the time to be listening to your nerves. Fine, Ulysses, I'll do it. Okay, let's see if Eva has anything else to say. Oh. Aren't you going to investigate Wolfgang?
Me?
Yeah.
Who else? Back when we mistook that dummy for a body, you poked it pretty nonchalantly.
Hang on.
That's different. I never thought it was real.
I see.
I see. Now that we were finally advancing in the investigation, her cool composure had all but vanished. Dang. Typical, I guess. She can only keep up an act for so long. Oh, Eva, I love you. I love you. Hi, Winona.
Hello?
Winona? You're still here?
Seriously?
Is there a problem with that? Why does she need to frame everything I say in the worst light?
I'm preparing to hold a one-on-one session with Ulysses. I was consulting him about something important before we were interrupted by the announcement.
Is that what you were doing before the blackout?
Huh?
Repeat that.
It's simple.
The blackout. Were you still with Ulysses when it happened?
Come on.
You're not speaking any sense. There was no power outage.
Excuse me? Eh? She can't be serious. That blackout affected the entire building. Unless...
Anyways.
Let me rephrase. Where were you when the murder happened?
Sheesh.
Where were you? At Cassidy's game tournament in the dining hall?
Oh, really?
Really?
Not what I expected.
Let me see.
Ulysses and I spent the morning by the large tree. We stayed there up to and including the time of Wolfgang's murder.
Maybe the power outage was only in the main building and not in the building with the tree. Sounded like she had an alibi then. As for the location she mentioned, I assumed this entire building complex connected to the one generator. But it made more sense for that tree area to have its own separate system. Hence why it didn't lose power. What about the courtyard, though? Was anyone there at the time of the blackout? Is it time to investigate his body now, or do we talk to Ulysses again? Since, maybe I have to talk to him again? Since he did move.
Hi.
Why did you move over here? It's,
The struggle.
I feel it is highly important we investigate anything and everything we can. That is why I moved over here, to investigate. More like he didn't want to be near Wolfgang's body. And what was a first for the investigation? Something other than fear appeared on Ulysses' face. It was curiosity. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Eh?
What is it? Look at the floor in front of the door.
That's...
What is that? Yes.
Seriously?
This is just a small piece of scrap metal?
Do you think?
Even so, it's still a part of the crime scene. It necessitates
That's not
documentation.
important.
Seriously? Something this small means nothing. Well, it might mean something. It could have come from the generator or the pipes above us. Ingrid could have been carrying it for all we know. Well, it's still good to document it, bro. This guy, there's so much here he could actually document, but instead he's focusing on some flimsy piece of metal. Dude, you gotta focus on everything. All the more reason to rely on myself. Dude. Okay. Is it time to investigate his body now, or am I missing something? Ugh. I'm missing something. What am I missing? Let's see. Wait, is there something? Oh, there is! Wait. There it is. I didn't even notice that. A knife? A knife! Why was a knife floating in the water? Oh. On the blade and in the surrounding water, I can make something out. The unmistakable color of blood. There's no doubt about it. This knife must have something to do with the murder. Why the knife was here and not actually on the platform, I had no idea. Alright. It feels like I've given the boiler room a good rundown. Okay, now it's time to investigate his body? Oh my gosh. It feels weird seeing his body up close. Like, I know we already saw it earlier, but like... Oh gosh. No, it's settled in now that he died, but at the same time, I'm just like... That's crazy. I should have remembered when they said they weren't gonna follow any tropes. Like... Like... mm, Of course the, supposed antagonist would die first. Of course. Just yesterday, Wolfgang was talking with us, eating breakfast with us, and now he's dead. Who had the resolve to commit such a needlessly brutal murder? To go so far as to mangle his body? Dang. And isn't he the tallest? I think I remember him being like the tallest, like... I mean, I don't know if that has a factor in anything, but like... I don't know. I couldn't unpack it. It I didn't know how to. This was just some dummy I had to investigate. Oh, this wasn't. My bad. This wasn't just some dummy I had to investigate. This was a real person. Like a person that we've literally been like with for like what? How many days has it been in the game? 5 or something? It was so far out of my expertise, let alone my comfort
Hello.
zone. Oh. Do you want to inspect him? Ugh. Holy crap, did she really have to scare me like that? Yeah, I do want to inspect him. It's just the idea of getting close to him.
Where?
I'll investigate with you. It'll be easier for both of us that way. Right?
Right.
Hmm. I hope the audio in the game is good on your guys' end. I keep changing it like over and over because like I feel like either my voice is um much quieter or my voice is much louder. Um yeah, especially like once we get like to the trial, um it'll be fully voiced, so yeah. I want to make sure it's at a good level for you guys, so yeah. Wolfgang laid completely still, his face frozen in a look of horror. His once bright eyes were shrouded in darkness, and his mouth was open as if he'd been killed mid-scream. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Eva's expression said it all. No, yeah. Ugh. It's like I know it's a video game, but like just seeing the dead bodies, it's like, ugh. It's so like when you think about it. And then once like the trial is over and we find out how it happened, it's just gonna I'm gonna have to process this until chapter 2 comes out. Wolfgang did everything in his power to make us outcasts and make the worst of us. At times I even hated him for it. But this brought no relief to either of us. Wolfgang, what happened in his final moments that left him so terrified? Was it the realization he was about to die? Mulling over the what ifs won't bring me any closer to solving Wolfgang's murder. Right now, my focus should be to find evidence, and that begins by investigating his body. Alrighty. Let's see what. Okay, his hand. His hand. With the way Wolfgang was slumped over the platform, it almost looked like he'd fallen on top of it.
Focus.
Let me see if his palms were scratched. As I knelt down to take a closer look. Huh? Oh, trickling out from under the cuff of Wolfgang's sleeve and onto the rest of his hand. A strange injury that looked a lot like a tree sapling. Was this a burn mark? Why did I think those were his veins? I was just kind of like, eh. When I looked at Wolfgang's other hand, I saw the same thing. Dang. Markings that seemed to extend down the arm.
The hell?
Eva, look at
Hello.
this. Let me see. Yeah, burn marks. That's really horrible. They look like gross little veins. What inflicted them?
That's...
There's a taser a little ways off from where we're standing, but I couldn't find anything to indicate it had been fired. So the only other thing I can think of is the generator.
Is that really true?
Why the
I
generator?
know.
The thing has clearly been destroyed by something. Maybe Wolfgang got caught in the something, and that's how he
Not
died?
Sure.
I'm not sure. The generator seems too far away from where Wolfgang is lying to cause burns like these.
Look at this.
Plus, the room's water isn't conductive, so electricity couldn't have traveled through it.
Right.
You're right. Anything able to melt the generator's wires would have burnt his suit to a crisp, too. Oh.
Exactly.
Thinking.
I think Wolfgang received these burns outside the boiler room. There's just nothing here that could leave these markings. As for the actual place he got burnt, I guess we'll have to try and figure it out ourselves. That is, if such a place even exists. While it's possible the generator may not have been involved in the murder, it seemed unlikely that Wolfgang made a detour for the boiler room after being severely burnt. After all, burns like his would definitely paralyze someone. Ugh. As for Wolfgang's palms, they didn't have any markings on them. Still, he must have fallen somewhere. Why else would he be lying on the platform? My gosh. Okay. What? Oh, can I do this? Well, it doesn't really help that much, does it? Oh. Because his whole body is glowing. Or maybe it does. I don't know. There didn't seem to be any strange markings on Wolfgang's face. However, along the back of his neck...
Ooh, was a massive bruise.
Um,
Oh gosh. I'm not ready to see exactly how he died. I feel like it's gonna be brutal. Sometimes I feel like the fan games are way more brutal than than the actual, like, franchise games. Um, that looks like a really bad injury. Almost his entire neck is discolored.
Damn.
Right. How did he get this on the back of his neck? Nothing around us seems to have left it. This might sound morbid, but what if it's a sign of his body decomposing? Oh gosh. Well, I mean, it's only been like probably not even an hour, so I don't think so.
That's-
Can a body really decompose this fast? It could, or it could not. It probably depends on the environment. As in the temperature?
correct.
Correct. Cold places are generally better as preserving things than warm. True. Humid areas like this boiler room. Humid. Did I say human? I don't know.
Thinking.
Kind of like dairy products. That's a good comparison. Comparison. A tone-deaf one, but sure. Wolfgang didn't have this bruise yesterday at the very least. If he did, it would have been super noticeable.
Fair.
Yeah, true. Turning my attention back to Wolfgang, I caught something else on his body. Near the mark on his neck, but not directly overlapping it. A red dot? Huh? Is that a beauty mark? Doesn't look like it. The skin around the dot seems to be inflamed. It reminds me of a popped pimple. The sort of wound you could easily inflict on yourself.
So,
Then you don't think this is related to the murder? It might not be,
There
but
must be
judging
something.
by the lack of scabbing, this was inflicted pretty recently, so we may as well keep it in mind. His body. Now that I think about it, the place where Wolfgang laid was odd. What were the chances he would end up here between the only opening of the fence? The one spot where he could kneel over like this. Was it possible he'd been trying to climb onto the platform before he died? It's strange why he didn't use the stairs, though, and even stranger that he was even in the water. His blazer? Wolfgang's suit was completely crumpled. A far cry from his once clean appearance. Oy. Water had seeped into the pants, completely ruining the fabric. As I leaned in close, I spotted a folded piece of paper sticking out from his back pocket. Oh. Though it was soaked, it wasn't completely destroyed.
Damn.
I really don't want to touch him, but with my thumb and index fingers, I snatched the paper out of his pocket, taking care not to brush my hand against his body. I gingerly folded open the paper, aware that some of the wetter spots could fall apart immediately, and found a message written inside. That's some very ugly handwriting. What is it? Do you recognize it?
No.
A lot of the text is unreadable. Whoever wrote this probably used a low-quality pen. Although, at the bottom of the page, fragments of a message were still visible. Secret. 8:15. Boiler room. Close the door. Doesn't this read a lot like a command? I wonder if they were trying to, like, lure him in, saying, like, oh, I have your motive. so I'm gonna share it with you, even though Damon had his motive. That's my guess. That's my guess on what this note was.
It seems like someone wanted to arrange a private meeting with him
I
here.
see.
Could that someone be the culprit?
Not sure.
8:15 a.m. That's a long time before the time of death, though.
Maybe there was a struggle, or maybe Wolfgang arrived
There
late.
must be something.
Either way, this message is definitely a valuable clue. It's our only insight into Wolfgang's movements before his death.
Well, now I really want to know where everyone was at that time.
I woke up at 8:30 this morning, so I was asleep when this meeting was scheduled to happen.
It's only 35 minutes before the tournament. Cassidy, Jet, Mark, and I have already would have already been in the dining hall.
Right.
Right, setting up equipment.
That's...
As for the other students, directly asking them where they were at 8:15 might be risky.
Where?
Because they would wonder where we got the time from.
Exactly, and I'd prefer to keep this note between the two of us. Okay, well, you should probably talk about it during the trial, though. Okay, at least for now, that's what I thought. I was like, yeah, I feel like we need to.
Anyways.
We need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Where's the backlog again? There it is. Anyway, this thing about a secret, what do you think that means?
Well, I'm not really sure. It could be referring to anything.
Anything, huh?
You know what it means?
I know.
I have an idea. The author of this letter might be talking about Wolfgang's blackmail. What did I tell you? What did I just say? Oh my gosh. Huh? If they claimed to have it, they could have baited him here without much issue. After all, Wolfgang asked us to meet with the person whose blackmail we had.
Strange.
Oy.
The derelict boiler room is a pretty ominous place to meet someone, though. It would have been Wolfgang's first time here, too, assuming he didn't explore this floor beforehand.
What could it be?
Either he didn't see the super obvious danger in meeting here alone, or he did realize and just didn't care.
Right.
Right. Does that change anything about what I said?
Well, duh. If Wolfgang knew the warning signs, his reason for coming might have less to do with integrity.
You see?
And more to do with desperation.
Huh?
Desperation?
To know the details of his
I
blackmail.
see.
It would stand to reason.
Ugh. Only Wolfgang had hidden this note somewhere safe instead of bringing it here. It would have been valuable evidence.
They wouldn't do that. This is Danganronpa. They would never do that. I doubt he could have envisioned something like this happening. He was never really on his guard during the killing game. Except around you and me, I guess. Oh, that seemed to be everything I could gather.
Hello.
Hey, Damon. Since we've inspected the boiler room, we should find the students who left and ask them for their testimonies.
They went upstairs to investigate Wolfgang's dorm, right? Are we gonna get to see Wolfgang's dorm?
Yes, because of what I said earlier. The victim's last known whereabouts are the best places to search for clues.
Okay.
Alright, let's see what they've been up to. Apart from collecting testimonies, there were two other matters on my mind. One, getting Desmond to inspect the taser gun, and two, pinpointing exactly when the blackout occurred, in case it happened at the time of the murder. I walked over to the boiler room door, which had been left slightly ajar, but as I began to pull it the rest of the way open,
Eh?
I noticed it. I might have to turn up my brightness and figure it out. A doorknob, something about it. look different?
I...
Hey, Eva. My gosh, I turned on my brightness and like my eyes were just like, oh. The doorknob. I think it's been flipped.
Uh,
Flipped? Are you sure?
Take a look for yourself. The first time we woke up here, I'm pretty sure this lock was on the inside, not the outside.
is that really true?
How would someone be able to flip a doorknob, though?
That's...
By unscrewing it, probably.
Okay. Why didn't you say something earlier?
Huh?
What do you mean? This is the first time I've noticed it.
Is that really true?
Really? You didn't notice it back when you entered the boiler room with Kai?
No, not even there. It might have been because of the darkness or my own nerves. But back then I wasn't paying attention to the small details like the doorknob. All I wanted to do was enter the boiler room.
Anyways,
I know that makes me sound stupid.
Listen to me.
It's okay. I mean, I probably would have noticed the doorknob had I been there, but that's besides the point.
Alright. Anyway, this discovery paints an interesting picture. Since the lock was now accessible from the hallway, you could technically lock the boiler room shut without ever stepping foot in it. Meaning that if you wanted to lock someone inside the boiler room, all you have to do is lure them in and close the door behind them. Oh gosh. My voice is already starting to hurt.
Moving on.
Come on, we need to collect people's testimonies before the investigation ends.
Right, let's go. So... do we just leave the room or do we have to go on the map? I feel like I should save. As soon as I get the chance to, I'll do it off camera. As a million questions rattled away in my mind, I followed Eva out of the boiler room. Oh, Cassidy? Actually, Eva, before we go upstairs, it's probably worth checking out the storage closets first.
I
Why?
know.
I found something in the boiler room that might be related to them. Judging by the length, I think it's the extension cord? But what the hell happened to the other end of it? There was no internal plug, just a frayed tip lined with a black substance. Had the internal end been severed off and the cord burnt after? I didn't see this cord in the boiler room earlier, so it probably came from someplace else. One of the storage rooms, maybe? That extension cord. We should confirm if it did indeed come from a storage closet.
Okay,
However,
but first, I want to talk to Cassidy.
Come again?
You want to talk to her?
Yes, I want to talk to her. Is that bad?
She wasn't much help last investigation.
well,
Well, any help is better than no help.
Fair.
Alright, I'll talk to Cassidy first, and then I'll investigate the storage closets on this floor. Hey. Cassidy was pacing around the hallway with a finger on her chin, seemingly doing nothing.
Yo!
Oh, hey guys. Sorry for not noticing you sooner. I was performing a super sweep down of this here hallway.
That's a lot of words for wandering around aimlessly.
Listen to me.
Can you put your sweep down on hold? I have a really important question. Let's hear it. Just don't drag it on too long, okay? Gotta finish my sweep down before time's up.
You see,
Do you remember who attended the tournament? The game tournament? Everyone who was slated to join kept their words, so we had a full house.
What about...
There were 8 people in total. Jet, Mark, Grace, Jean, Kai, and the 3 of us.
Huh?
Something on your mind? Well, since the murder happened in the boiler room, wouldn't that mean everyone in the dining hall has an alibi?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good point. Damon, how did you not think about that? Even I figured out that. I didn't even think of that. She's totally right. Also, since we split into pairs while investigating those rooms down the hall, every pairing can vouch for each other.
Right.
Right. We all split up. What were the groups again?
Yep.
Jet and I explored Storage Closet B.
Eh?
Storage Closet B?
Check it out.
That's what it's called on the map. Does she mean the map of the Tozu trinket? Oh yeah, it does have letters on them. I activated my trinket and sure enough. See? Storage Closet B. There's also Storage Closet A, Storage Closet C, and Storage Closet D. Those are definitely the rooms we explored.
I see.
In that case, Kai and I must have explored Storage Closet C. I remember it clearly. The 2 of us checked the closet above and opposite the one Cassidy searched. According to this map, the only closet to fit those perimeters is Storage Closet C.
Correct.
Grace and I investigated the closet directly next to Damon's, so we must have been inside Storage Closet A.
Yeah.
Which leaves Mark and John with Storage Closet D. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. You know, Damo, how many nicknames are you gonna have for us? Like, there was only 2, I think. Oh, wait, no, Bargain Bin. I forgot about Bargain Bin. Bargain Bin, Damo. Since you're here,
Question.
what's the deal with you in the boiler room?
Huh?
What? When Kai told us party peeps about Wolfie, he said you 2 went inside the boiler room. Oh,
How?
wait. Never mind. The heck did you do that for? You were supposed to check out the storage closet.
No.
You're not casting suspicion on me, are you? Me? No way. As far as Cass is concerned, everyone is innocent until proven otherwise. I investigated the storage closet with Kai. We just didn't find anything inside.
Anyway.
Although we did hear someone run down the hallway.
Am I hearing you right?
Huh? For real? Man, unlucky. All that work for nothing. What's the plan now? Do we just, go back outside? Let's check out how the people next door are doing. Huh? Suddenly I heard frantic footsteps echoing from the hallway outside.
Doubt it.
Weird. I don't remember any footsteps.
It's the truth.
I do.
Really?
Huh? Eva, did you really? I heard them while Grace and I were investigating the storage room next to yours.
However,
I just brushed it off as my imagination, though.
F.
Guess me and Jen must have been talking over them. Were those footsteps the reasons you entered the boiler room, Damon? Or Damo? It's Damon, and yeah. They came from the direction of that room, so I wanted to see what the person was running from.
For real?
Louie, really? I would have just chased after the footsteps. I mean, entering the boiler room after something like that? You weren't scared a murderer was hiding inside? What I actually discovered wasn't much better. True. Then whose footsteps could those have been. I don't know why anyone would want to be running around the spooky hallways, let alone in the dark.
What about...
Unless... Oh, maybe they were also looking for a backup generator.
That's not important.
I doubt it's that innocent. Considering the place this person ran away from was the crime scene, those footsteps were probably the killers. You mean fresh off committing the murder?
Right.
Fresh off the murder, or a bit after. Depends what time we went downstairs. Either way, whether it was immediately after the murder or not, for a brief moment, the only thing separating us from Wolfgang's killer were the storage room walls. That's creepy to think about. Thus, bit by bit, the mystery slowly unravels.
My genius is almost frightening.
Oh my gosh, her voice lines. No need to thank me, 'tis all in a day's work. She didn't even do anything. From here, we're going to see where everyone is, correct, Eva? Oh. Girl, you kind of actually scared me a little bit. I didn't expect that. Boo.
Interesting.
Wow, that was
What
easy.
the hell?
Why did you do that? To see if you were nervous.
Seriously?
Of course I'm nervous. You were nervous earlier.
No.
Earlier, yeah, but not anymore.
Moving on.
Anyway, you shouldn't be so nervous. If you're too nervous, you won't be able to think straight, so you should calm down. Easier said than done.
Well,
Well, we've already investigated the really ugly stuff, right? You don't need to think about that stuff for now. Just focus on collecting people's testimonies.
listen to me.
I can keep reminding you if you want. No, I'll be fine. Alrighty. Okay, so we are gonna go see that. Okay. I'm gonna save off camera and then we're gonna go to the map. Alright, now we're on the Tozu trinket, so we will be going on the map and let's figure out where. Oh. I don't know if that got on, if you guys could hear that or not. My bad. That was my desk. So there's people there? Okay. Is there anyone anywhere else? Oh wait, how do you do this? Oh. Okay, so then that means everyone's in the dining hall? Maybe? We're gonna try going there then. Hello? Oh. I was like wondering why it's not working. Huh. Maybe enter? Oh well. Guess I can't teleport then. Oh. Oh wait, whoops. I gotta remember these controls. I don't wanna spend like too much time like trying to find all the controls. Oh. Oh, so is that why it wouldn't let me? Okay then, cool. So we probably have to go in the storage rooms then? I guess so. Or... which one though? I don't know, I'll just go in all of them, I guess? I don't know.
Interesting.
The map says it's storage closet B.
Right.
Right. The closet Cassidy and Jet explored.
Look.
Do you see that?
Huh?
See what? The box in the corner over there, look. Confused, I turned to where she was pointing. This is... I think I know what it is.
Yeah.
A generator, right?
The one you were referring to during the blackout?
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. Since I've explored these rooms before, I knew one of them had a backup generator.
That's...
If this closet has the backup generator, then wouldn't that mean the ones who restored the power?
Thinking.
Well, if Cassidy and Jet were the only people who entered this room, then they're the people who brought the power back.
Damn, I'm surprised those two actually knew how to navigate the generator. Dang, okay. Okay, so the storage closets will be updated, okay. That seems to be all there is in this closet. Okay, so I'm assuming we just have to check all the closets and then the report card will be updated. Okay. Sounds simple enough. Okay, oh, wait. That was that one. Or was it?
Where?
Oh. A was me and Grace. B was Jet and Cassidy.
Eva was quietly reciting who went into what storage closet, like an anxious high schooler trying to memorize her exam notes. She didn't even seem to notice me looking at her. Maybe we did already check this one, because it was like, when I... Yeah, because like... Oh. Sorry. When I left... Or when you leave the room, does it make you stare at another room? I guess so, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see this one. I guess so. It's weird.
Okay, this is storage closet A.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look around. As I began to inspect the shelves, the glint of something shiny caught my eye.
That's...
Eh? Eva, look. There's a rolling pin here, and handprints on it too.
Strange.
What are you implying?
That someone used this recently and not for its intended purpose. Look, can you see how the handprints are at the base of the pin? You aren't rolling much dough if you're wielding this thing like a tennis racket, are you? The pin is also really dusty. If it came from the kitchen, it would be clean like the other utensils there.
Yeah, agreed.
Not only
Jeez.
that, right, there's a dent on the pin too.
Really?
On the end opposite the handprints, can you see it?
Weird.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it.
Handprints and a dent. That's definitely not a coincidence.
Focus.
Could this pin have something to do with what that mark we found on Wolfgang's neck? Oh. If it was used to knock him out, it would not only explain the dent on the pin, but the bruise on Wolfgang's neck.
How did it make its way into the closet, though?
Huh?
What do you mean?
How did the pin make its way into the closet after the killer used it?
There
Oh,
must be something.
I mean, if the footsteps Kai and I heard were the killers, they probably chucked the pin in here on their way out. Yeah, but weren't Eva and Grace in here though?
Absolutely not.
No, that's not what happened.
Eh?
If the killer entered this closet and hid the rolling
Listen to
pin,
me.
Grace and I would have seen him, or them.
My bad. Gosh, I better not be like jinxing it when I said him. Oh shoot. Oh, yeah, of course. She and Grace were investigating this closet at the time. What if the killer placed the pin in here before any of us came downstairs?
Save it.
If they were out in the hallway, why didn't they use that as their chance to escape?
Damn it, she's right about that too. Could this rolling pin really be unrelated? But it lines up so well with the other evidence.
Moving on.
Okay, I didn't think there's anything else in this room, or I don't think. Let's keep investigating.
One moment she's speaking nonsense, the next she's totally coherent. I don't think I'll ever understand this girl. Oh, I figured this investigation was going to be long, but I did not expect it to be, like, really long. Well, no, I mean, I kind of expected it to be at least, like, an hour long. Yeah, okay. I hope you guys don't mind if I do long or short uploads. I honestly don't know,
Look.
because it's like, I want to get through, like, all the content and not have to, like, you know, be, like, stopping in the middle of something, unless it's necessary. So, yeah, hope you guys understand. I don't know. I feel like I like it when gameplays do that, though, when they split it up, like, in, like, you know, like an example like Danganronpa, like, investigation, trial, like, daily life, like, all that kind of stuff. You get what I mean? This is Storage Closet D.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark and Jean explored this one. Let's see what I can find here. Is there anything weird about this room?
That's...
I think I see something behind this pile of boxes. I stood on my tiptoes to get a better look and...
Jeez.
Oh, so they really are here.
Well,
What's here? Oh, extension cords, a whole bunch of them.
strange.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, these are definitely the same type of cord I saw in the boiler room. Only difference is these still have their other half intact. Huh. The internal plugs are pretty slim compared to the other kinds of cords. The fact these cords match the one in the boiler room means the killer must have rummaged through these closets for equipment. For what reason they needed the cord, I have no idea, but this was still a step in the right direction. Besides the box of cords, nothing else about this room is standing out to me.
So,
Do you want to move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Alright, we still have, the one that me and Kai searched to go, so let's go ahead and do that one. Am I in front of it now? Yeah. It's weird, like, when we log out, because I'm like, hold on. Like, because it turned... I don't know if you... I don't know how to explain it, guys. Hopefully you guys understand. This was the closet Kai and I explored. It was hard to get a good look at its contents in the dark, but seeing it
I
now,
see.
there doesn't seem to be anything important here. I think we can move on. Okay. We've looked through all the closets now.
so,
Did you find everything you needed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. The rolling pin, the stack of extension cords, there's no doubting their relevance to this case. At least based on what I've investigated so far.
Anyway.
Eva, let's go upstairs and collect some more testimonies.
where?
Ugh, finally. As much as I'd love to continue, I think I'm gonna leave you guys on a cliffhanger today. I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Please consider liking and subscribing for more content like this. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you have a good day, night, or whatever time it is for you. Bye!